Hi, good morning. Today, I wanted to share with you a story. It's not a story, it's a real life case. That's the time I was practicing in Mumbai, and a girl who was my student requested, "Can you work with my husband? He's got excessive habit of doubting me. And my life has become paralyzed because of this doubtful nature. He doubts even if I speak to a vegetable vendor. He doubts even if I speak to his brother or father-in-law. Father, they are my brother-in-law and father-in-law. He doubts even if I smile at a neighbor, or I just can't seem to be stepping out of the house without ruffling him. I can't seem to be interacting with anyone without upsetting him. Even a phone call can create a ruffle because he wants to know whom did I speak to. And that's really difficult because she said, "I swear I have no affairs with anyone. I'm okay. And I have a daughter to look after, and I don't have an intent to go out of my marriage and flirt with anyone." But I wonder why is that? Though I have worked enough with her, and yet I couldn't get a clue why she's invited this. Probably there was a need to feel limited. We worked with that, but still there was a lingering issue. Fortunately, her husband agreed to go through consultation. In this cases, the husband or a wife do not want to consult or even take any session or a therapy. But he agreed. And it was interesting and eye opening. I had to take him through 3 to 4 sessions because he needed a couple of sessions just to build trust. He had no trust. And it was so difficult. And later he started opening up. What opened up was kind of baffling at that time. Now, of course, I've seen many such cases, so it didn't really matter. But at that time, I was a young practitioner, relatively. He apparently was gay and he had many partners. And he had infidelity himself. He was not loyal to his wife and he knew it. Even while being in marriage, he couldn't really enjoy the intimacy with his wife, and he was straying very regularly. And since he knew he was not fulfilling his wife, he had doubt that how can she be happy and fulfilled if I'm not fulfilling her? So for sure, she has somebody or someone that she is fulfilling herself with. That was a doubt he had. And later I realized that most people who cannot trust their loved ones, their intimate people, their partners in business, in personal life, are themselves somewhere not in full integrity. They know that if they can do, others can do as well. If they can stray, others can stray. If they can cheat, others can also cheat. More than that, we know that the soul is here for the reversal of experience. And a subconscious mind knows this as a rule. And we often anticipate the reversal of experience. So if you are cheating, you anticipate cheating. If you're betraying, you anticipate betrayal. If you're being abusive, you anticipate and manifest abuse. Now you'll say, "I haven't done all this, and why am I getting all this?" Well, we are beyond time and space. Several times we do borrow some of those past life reprogramming And we feel that we are that past life reprogramming, and we have invited that. Of course, there are reasons why you invite this past life reprogramming. That's beyond the scope of this conversation today. Why I want to draw this attention and highlight this case, because successfully, that man had stopped doubting, and the woman, his wife, had much more freedom later. I visited them in their hometown, and things were pretty sorted, and she was much more comfortable than ever before. I'm not sure whether he stopped straying because he never reported back, but his wife was comfortable. I only helped him forgive himself for what he did in the current life. Now, if you feel that you haven't done anything and yet you're very doubtful in nature, okay, just forgive yourself for all those facets or factors that you doubt in others, and that will ease out your tendency. And why are you getting subjected to the doubt? Address your self-doubt. If you doubt yourself, others will doubt as well. That's a way to go about it. So to recap the whole incident, you almost anticipate the experiences you give to others. So stop giving experiences to others if you do not want to anticipate and do not want to go through that, number one. And secondly, others treat you the way you treat yourself. If you want others to have faith and trust in you, start having faith and trust in yourself. Have a great day. Food for thought, keep thinking, and keep evolving. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.